ever wondered how far those poles you see everywhere are buried in the ground? Well, here's an equation. You don't even have to be a lineman or be in the trade to even know how to do this. This is very simple, easy math. But most poles are buried in the ground under one simple equation. And I'll draw it out for you guys right here. So we have pole length divided by 10 plus 2. So what do I mean by that? So if you have a 50-foot pole, how deep does that get buried into the ground? So you got to auger or dig a hole out. How deep does that hole have to be? Well, you should use the rule of thumb 50 divided by 10 plus 2. So 50 divided by 10 plus 2 equals what? Well, 50 divided by 10 is 5 plus 2 equals 7 feet in the ground. That pole goes 7 feet in the ground. And I'll draw a quick little picture to show you guys. So if you have a pole, put a little pole top insulator right there, wire going across. How deep is this in the ground? I'll draw right here. Here's the ground. Let's say this is a 40-foot pole. So this is 40 feet. From the top of the pole to the ground is 40. No, my bad. Let's say this is a 40-foot pole. So from here to here is 40 feet. Now, how much is remaining above here and how much is underground here? So, well, we can just do the math, though. 40 divided by 10 plus 2 equals what? 40 divided by 10 is 4 plus 2 equals 6 feet. So that pole is 6 feet in the ground. If we draw that picture again, that's a terrible pole. Here's the ground. This pole is 6 feet in the ground. Super easy equation, right? There is one rule of thumb. 5 feet is the minimum that the hole can be. So if you have a 30-foot pole, so 30 divided by 10 plus 2 is 5. Let's say you even have a 25-foot pole. 25 divided by 10 plus 2 is what? The pole has to be a minimum of 5 feet in the ground. So, but just the rule of thumb is you have the pole length. You'll know what the pole length is. A 100-foot pole divided by 10. 100 divided by 10 is what? 10 plus 2 is 12. So that pole is supposed to go 12 foot in the ground. That's the rule of thumb. So if you know that, you show up to a job and your foreman or journeyman was like, oh, hey, how deep does this pole get buried in the ground? And you're just like, oh, it's a 50-foot pole, 7 feet. And they'd be like, wow, really? How'd you know that? Well, pole length divided by 10 plus 2, that's your rule of thumb. Remember that and know it. Super easy. Do the math right here in your head, and you won't look like a genius, but at least you'll know something out on the job site. So hopefully you can learn from that.